Yo guys, my name is Ajit and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now before we get into this video, sorry, I know my hair is horrible. I just came home from a ride, just took my helmet off, so that's why I look like this. But that's besides the point, because today I have an awesome video for you guys. Some of the loyal subscribers know that I've been complaining about my hands getting cold because the temperatures have been dropping lately. So I decided to order a pair of heated grips. So in this video I will show you guys how I installed them. It's very easy. Before we go any further, this is not a sponsored video, sadly, but let's just get right into it. The install is pretty simple, but before installing, I just tested the heated grips. I connected them to my battery and just checked if everything was working, because it would be a shame if I spent all my time installing them and then they didn't work. So that's what I did before I started installing them. I suggest you do this too, not just with heated grips, but with anything you install. It's always good to check first. Now luckily mine worked perfectly, so I started to take off my bar ends and my grips. My grips were glued down pretty hard, so I just decided to cut them loose. That was the easiest option, and I wasn't going to reuse them anyway. So I just cut them off and threw them in the bin. Then I just slide the new grips on. They just slid on without any problem. Test fitted everything and routed the cables a bit to check if I could still turn my handlebars all the way without pulling on the cables. So make sure you don't glue them on right away because it's really strong glue. Just test fit everything first. After routing a few cables, I just glued them on. The controller comes with an awesome bracket which fits perfectly. It was so good. I mounted that on the same bracket that my clutch lever is mounted, and it looks beautiful right there. I connected all the cables, took off some panels and just routed it to my battery, which was actually really straightforward. It was that easy, just connecting it. All the connectors were there. Just took it nice under your fairings, put some zip ties on it, and that was basically it. It's that easy. Now guys, I'll just show you a few clips of me riding with it and just talking about it and just telling you guys about how it feels and how it performs on the actual road. Okay, we are on our way. I've been using these grips for a few days now and they are amazing. I've tried every possible scenario. Lately it's been really cold. I've been using summer gloves. It's working great. So I'm doing a quick test. I'm even going to go on the highway to give you guys my opinion. But so far I'm really liking this product. It was really easy to install and just great quality overall. They take a few minutes to heat up all the way, but once they are hot, they are amazing. It takes a little bit of time for the heat to get through your gloves, so if your gloves are all cold and stuff, it might take like a good 5 minutes for you to actually feel it, because the grips have to heat up, then the heat has to go through your gloves. But once the grips are nice and hot and the gloves are getting a little bit hot and you start to feel the heat coming through, it is so nice. For some reason in my head it feels a little bit like, let's say your gloves are waterproof and you put them in a nice hot bath. I don't know why, but that's just kind of how it makes sense in my head. So just imagine you having your gloves on and your gloves being waterproof and just putting them in a nice warm tub of water. That's kind of how it feels. Now just to let you guys know, this is not a sponsored video. I bought this with my own hard-earned money. And at first I was a little bit, I don't know, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't expect it to work this well. Now, before we get on the highway guys, sorry if you hear a little bit of wind noise, or a lot bit of wind noise, but yeah, it's a pretty windy day on the highway. Going 120 might be a little bit noisy, so excuse me in advance. Of course this does has to go here as well. Alright, we are on the highway. But yeah, I'm now riding on the highway in my summer gloves. It is not freezing cold outside today. It's actually a decent day, but it's about 5 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but they feel nice and warm. I've been riding in freezing temperatures as well,
early mornings when I'm going to school, stuff like that. And they were great as well in those situations. I'm really happy with this product, and I do recommend it if you're someone that rides a lot in bad weather. I do really recommend it. Now I actually want to give a shout out to Oxford, not because they sponsored me or anything, because they didn't, but because it's such a great product. I installed it with some friends and the three of us were just astonished with how good the quality was and how well thought out it was. All the connectors are there, everything. You don't have to do anything yourself, just slip them on. They include everything in the box, which is great. Even this little bracket that they provided, I did not make this myself, they provided it, fitted perfectly, and it was not a model specific product. It was just a universal something like random, and it fit perfectly, which is awesome. So it's a really great product, and I really mean that. I'm not being paid to say that, sadly.